Calgary Police Service is seeking public assistance to locate a man wanted on warrants for theft of numerous poppy boxes in the city of Calgary. Since the beginning of November, it is believed that more than 13 poppy boxes have been stolen from various retail locations across the city. Following an investigation by the Centralized General Investigation Section, Dwayne Shane Soroka, 31, of Calgary, is wanted in connection to a number of thefts. At this point, we believe he is responsible for 5 of the poppy box thefts. However, the investigation continues. Soroka is described as a Caucasian male, 6'2" tall, clean-shaven and bald, with a medium to heavy build. Anyone who may have information about Soroka's whereabouts is asked to call police or the Crime Stoppers number anonymously. We appreciate anybody who can provide us with some information in relation to this.
So there was another theft this morning. Was that believed to be who involved Mr. Soroka?
The investigation is ongoing, but I do believe that one is related to him as well.
And that would be the 5th?
No, we have 5 confirmed that we believe he is responsible for.
Sorry, I don't know if there was a reason for it. What's the spelling?
His last name?
Yes.
Soroka. It's S-O-R-O-K-A.
And what led you to this guy?
We have to thank the public quite a bit. They've come forward with a lot of help in relation to who he was. We've received several Crime Stoppers tips identifying him. We've also had several police officers who have dealt with him or have seen his photo and identified him from the videos as well. And thankfully, a couple of the eyewitnesses, victims from the businesses that have been stolen from, also identified him and picked him out of photo lineups.
Is Mr. Soroka known to police?
Sorry?
Is Mr. Soroka known to police?
Yes, he is. As a matter of fact, he has a Canada-wide warrant for parole violation right now.
Is he from the Calgary area?
He is currently, but we do know that he is from Northern Alberta and that he has been around Edmonton before. As to how much time he spends in Calgary, we don't know, but we do know that he's definitely been here through November and into December.
Is there any estimate in terms of how much money? Like, is he taking $20 from a box, or are there hundreds of dollars? Do you want to just speak about what's in the box?
It's difficult to tell how much is in the boxes they're contained, and it's hard to see what's in there. I can tell you that after reading some of the case files, some of the victims have told us that their poppy boxes were fairly full and quite heavy. As you know, it's pretty hard to tell what the loonies, toonies, how much could actually be in there. But I would think a full poppy box has got to have a fairly substantial amount of money.
And you mentioned the victims. Do you want to just talk about kind of the impacts, specifically the poppy box aspect? What impact does that have for victims or on the community?
Well, with any of these other donations, with anything like this, it's very important to us. People are donating to a good cause. In this case, we've got veterans out there. They're people that have done so much for our country. With Remembrance Day coming up, this is just a way that the public shows their appreciation to the sacrifices that the veterans have made. For somebody to steal from those veterans who should be getting the money, it's morally reprehensible.
Any idea on where Soroka might be in the city?
Unknown. Most of his targets were all over the city, indicating to us that he's fairly mobile and he can get all over the city. As to where he'd be staying, right now we don't have any information leading us to that. We're hoping that the public can come forward and help us out a little bit with that.
Is this something you see every year, these boxes being stolen?
It does seem to be a bit of a target of opportunity come Remembrance Day. The boxes are out there. We hope that people will pay attention to this media release and start looking after those boxes, keep them away from the public a little bit more. We did have some last year at about the same time. Obviously the boxes are there and they tend to be a bit of a target of opportunity. We're hoping though that the locations that do have poppy boxes take a little bit of care, put them aside, maybe emptying them out a little bit more frequently, those kinds of things to keep it a little bit safer and make it a little less opportunistic crime.
And do you have any more details on this morning's incident, where it was or what happened?
I don't this morning. I do believe that one occurred in Eau Claire. I don't have a whole pile more details on that one right yet. Investigation is still ongoing in that one.
Plus, we had another one in Tim Hortons as well on 6th Ave, but it's a different guy. By the looks of it, this guy's got hair.
Yes, there has been a couple of people that have been arrested in relation to these, and we were able to eliminate those crimes. Obviously, the media gets out there, and it's not just the good people that see it; it's sometimes the bad people, and they capitalize on these things as well.
Has there been any, well, I guess there has been copycat kind of things, or this just goes on every November kind of thing as far as people stealing hard copy boxes, right? So it's not really a copycat thing, it's just a yearly.
Tends to be a bit of a target of opportunity given the time of the year. What bothers me the most is that who they're victimizing. It really does bother me quite a bit about that. Like you say, I'm hoping that the people that have the boxes can put a little bit of care into it, pay attention to this, and keep those boxes safe, keep them away, maybe empty them out a little bit more frequently so that we're not going to lose that money to somebody like this.
So is it unusual to have a serial kind of one where it's numerous boxes? Like usually you hear them stolen, but is it rare that you have one guy stealing 10 boxes or 6 boxes?
Yeah, it would be fairly unusual, I would say, to have this many videos and this many still photos of the same individual committing the crimes. I'm happy we've identified him in this case, and that we'll be able to apprehend him shortly, I hope.
Does he have a particular strategy? I mean, does he wait till they're distracted? Does it just go in right away? Does he have a particular pattern?
It appears that he intentionally distracts them. We'll ask for an item that's behind them so that the clerk has to turn around and look away, at which point he takes the case and puts it into his coat and then makes an excuse and exits the store.
And the Canada-wide warrant, what is that for that he's wanted?
That's parole violation. So that's, I don't believe that's related to a Calgary incident. I can't confirm that at this point, but I don't believe it's related to Calgary. But it is a Canada-wide parole warrant, so he is absolutely arrestable.
And the chief on Friday mentioned that his 2 reasons why people do this is because they're stupid and they're feeding an addiction. Do we know, does this guy have a history with drugs or anything like that, or is it just thefts? This guy's up to?
My investigation is into the thefts only, and I don't want to point towards what a motive would be. Could it be any of those things? Absolutely, but it could be hundreds of other things as well. I don't want to speak to what his motive is. That'll certainly be something that comes out in court.
Anything else?
Have you heard of a person in Panorama Hills soliciting for the Veteran Food Bank?
I haven't. No, that's not an investigation that the Centralized General Investigation Section is looking into at this time.